Now, closing arguments are taking place in the murder trial of former Mount Carmel doctor William Husel. After being delayed for a week, jurors were back in the courtroom this morning, and Matthew Hurchick is live at the courthouse for us now. And Matthew, where do the arguments stand?
Yeah, good afternoon, Matt. Well, the prosecution just wrapped up their closing argument a little more than 5 minutes ago. The defense, they will go next and begin here shortly. And then after that, the prosecution will have a chance at a rebuttal before the jury begins their deliberations. And here you can see Dr. Husel entering the courthouse first thing this morning. And while it wasn't addressed on record, despite an affidavit of disqualification that was filed with the Ohio Supreme Court, Judge Michael Holbrook remains the judge presiding over the case. And even before closing arguments could begin, Judge Holbrook briefed the attorneys on both sides regarding an issue involving one of the 12 jurors. Now, once arguments began, prosecutor David Zion spent about 2.5 hours rehashing the testimonies of the more than 50 witnesses they called during the trial. Husel is charged with 14 counts of murder, accused of ordering lethal doses of drugs for his patients. The defense has said Husel was providing comfort care for dying patients. But the state focused on two main points during closing: Dr. Husel's intent and the cause of death for his patients.
We're talking about these doses of fentanyl that the defendant gave, ordered to be given, prescribed to these victims. This is the cause of their death, folks. Even though they were very critically ill, and perhaps some of them were on a trajectory to die very soon anyways, you cannot hasten their death. You cannot quickly, painlessly cause the death of a dying person.
As it relates to that juror, Judge Michael Holbrook told the attorneys that one of the 12 seated jurors had texted his staff attorney during the layoff. Judge Holbrook said that it had been clear he had paid attention to the media and was not complimentary of the case. However, on record, Judge Holbrook did not indicate whether that juror had been dismissed before the closing arguments began. Local for you in Columbus, Matthew Hurchick, NBC4.
Matthew, thank you. And you can always refresh your memory on the case right now on our website. We have a timeline of our stories covering this case from when the investigation began to when Husel's medical license was suspended, all the way to where we are today. Just head on over to NBC4i.com, find the story on our homepage.